Good morning, Dolphin fans, and welcome back to JUDolphins.com. I'm Brian Deletry here with head men's soccer coach Mike Johnson. And Coach, it's been a while since we spoke. You guys had your first conference weekend. One good result, one bad result. Talk about that for a second.
Yeah, I mean, we knew it was going to be a tough weekend going in. I mean, Stetson was the hottest team in the conference. We felt pretty confident going into the game Friday night. We sort of had a bad letdown, in about a 2-minute span there in the beginning of the first half. It sort of put us in a big hole. We tried to climb out of it, and it just wasn't meant to be, obviously. The biggest thing about being consistent in the conference is not letting the losses devastate you too bad. I mean, even though it hurt us because we want to win, and obviously our goal is to win the regular season championship. It very seldom is anybody perfect. Campbell was the exception last year. We've had identical 7-2 records the past 2 seasons. 1 year it was good enough to win the league. Usually that's good enough to win it. And, so the big focus was obviously to put that game behind us and sort of learn quickly from our mistakes in that game and try to refocus on the next game. And I think the teams that can do that are the teams that are going to be successful. And luckily we have a past history where we've been able to do that.
You guys have your crosstown rivals coming in this weekend, North Florida. Talk about them for a second and how ready you guys are for this weekend.
They're a funny team. I mean, obviously they went into last weekend, 0-7, I believe, to start the weekend. But it's like everybody else across the country. When you start your conference schedule, everybody's 0-0 going in, and everybody can refocus on winning a conference championship and possibly getting an NCAA tournament. And UNF was no exception. They got off to a slow start, or maybe a disappointing loss to Florida Gulf Coast, but seemed to battle them pretty equal. We knew that going in. Gulf Coast, beat them 3-0, but if you look at the stats, the game was fairly even. Sunday's game against Stetson, I expected Stetson to be a little bit, maybe not as ready to play after coming off the big win against us. That's usually typical. And possibly they took UNF lightly, but I was at the game and UNF played extremely well and deserved to win the game. It wasn't a fluke. They actually outplayed Stetson. They deserved to win. They worked very hard. They were very opportunistic. And, they got the first goal, which was important, and they started believing and gained confidence as the game went on and scored a late goal and were able to manage the game and hang on and win 2-0, and it was well-deserved. We have a lot of respect for them coming in. We know most of the games are one goal that we play. We know it's going to be a battle. It's going to be an emotional contest, as always. It's the team that can maintain their composure and really focus on playing soccer and taking care of the job at hand that's probably going to come out on top.
Lastly, Coach, playing your crosstown rivals, this is for conference standings. This is also for a point in our River City Rumble standings. But another thing that what many fans don't know about, this is also for the Dennis Violett Memorial Cup. This cup actually right here showing the fans at home. Talk about that, Coach Violett, for a second.
Coach Violett was a unique individual to this area in soccer. I mean, he was around for probably over 20 years. Came here with the New England team and actually became the Jacksonville team in the NASL. He was the coach of that team for many years and coached professionally. But what a lot of people don't know about Coach Violett was he still holds the single season goal scoring record for Manchester United.
Really?
That was where he was a legend and still is a legend. He passed in 2001, I believe, and that's where this trophy came about. He started the program over at UNF when it was a club team, back when they were in NAIA school, and then came to JU as a coach. I think he coached here for 5 years, and then left and went back into professional coaching. I had an association with he and his family through soccer and tennis, and felt like we needed to do something special to honor his memory and his family. And because I had the opportunity to maybe make this happen, and he worked in both places, we started the Dennis Violett Memorial Trophy, and now the winner of this game every year gets to keep the trophy for a year.
And we picked it up last year from a goal from Remy Nyankan-Safi 1-0 victory. So hopefully we'll bring it back again.
Yeah, that's it. This game's big. I mean, obviously for us, number one, it's an ASUN contest, and there's 3 points on the line. And, we want to stay in the hunt to win the regular season championship. We feel like, our fate is still in our control the rest of the way through the ASUN. I mean, everything else that comes with the meaning of this game, River City Rumble Point, the Dennis Violett Memorial Trophy, and for our kids, we always want to be the best team in the city of Jacksonville, regardless. So there's a lot at stake, and our kids will be ready to play tomorrow night.
Cool. Thanks, Coach.
All right.
Good luck. JU men's soccer team will be at home Saturday night playing UNF for this cup right here at 7 o'clock. I'm Brian Deletry for Mike Johnson. We'll see you again here on JUDolphins.com.